Hi, I'm Kid Anansi.
Yeah, there you are.
So, I am going to do a couple pieces about the importance. Jesus Christ. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, okay. I'm better now. Yeah. So, I'm going to do a couple pieces about how black masculinity and the sexuality of black men is often policed. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So this first piece goes out to all of the people who feel like any expression of emotion causes people to question your sexuality. And this piece is called How Straight Am I?
I love this piece.
Sing along if you know the words, because I am a little out of breath.
Come on.
I'm so straight, there are no wardrobes in my house. Because I'll die before I cover myself in anything that just came out of the closet. I'm so straight, I only shake hands with lesbians. I can't stand to touch a hand that might have touched a dick, because that's basically a second-degree hand job. I'm so straight, I eat bananas sideways like corn on the cob. I'm so straight, I don't give blood to the Red Cross, because I'm scared of ending up in another man's erection. I'm so straight that if I'm at a sleepover and the only bed available is a bunk bed, then I sleep on the floor because I'm not a top or a bottom. I'm so straight that as I sleep wearing Spider-Man printed pajamas, I draw dresses on all of them so no one will think I sleep with a bunch of men on top of me. I'm so straight, it gives me BO because I will not touch a man's body in the shower, even my own. I'm so straight, I don't wipe my ass when I take a shit because I'm scared there's a chance I just might like it. I'm so straight, I do not eat popcorn on principle because that's basically a busted nut. I'm so straight. I'm so straight, I don't eat popcorn on principle because that's basically a busted nut. I'm so straight that when I stimulate my boyfriend's prostate, wait. I'm so straight that I'm always miserable. Because to be happy is to be gay. I'm so straight I've developed dysmorphia, training my mind to hate my body so I don't find any man attractive, especially myself. I'm so straight I manipulate my mental health, let it manifest into femicidal violence because I envy women's strength and their support networks as well. And as a result, I try to ensure their lives are a living hell, all while thinking I'm the first and only bloke to think he can treat people this way. Because imagine how shit it would be if more men were like me, aggressively perpetuating misogyny to downplay their own lacking heterosexuality. Oh wait, shit, that happens all the time, doesn't it? Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, babe, Medasi. So this next one goes out to men with podcasts.
I'm a guy with podcasts.
Be more specific.
Triggered.
This goes out to men with podcasts who spend their days in air-conditioned rooms telling me... Wait, let me phrase that. Men with podcasts who are clearly afraid of bees and wasps, who sit in air-conditioned rooms during their work days and tell me what it means to be a real man. For the people who think that bisexuality doesn't exist and I'm just on the down low, for people who genuinely think that just because I wear a dress because it brings out my shoulders and my chest, that somehow makes me less manly, this is for you. This piece is called To the Podcasters, aka Fuck Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, let's go.
Listen, bro. I know you look at every asshole during doggy and assume the winking was intended for you. all while fearing anything coming within 5 inches of your own, because the irony alone of asking on every first day, so what do you bring to the table, before the calamari even arrived, when all you've ever brought, my guy, is money grifted from boys too young to know what a multi-level marketing scheme is. You attract what you put out. I call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, but I get a headache explaining those big words to you without crayons. How fucking dare you call yourselves high value, even if we ignore the auction block undertones, when worth cannot be determined by men who can't cook, by men who would die of exposure if ever dropped into the woods, by men whose idea of an ideal partner is a girl young enough to groom into a fuckable mommy surrogate. Make excuses for the degradation of men's mental health. But we know you make it worse your own damn selves, because the cure for depression will not be found in an Andrew Tate speech. It will not be found in a Jordan Peterson argument. It is found in community. It is found in mutual aid and well-funded public amenities, and maybe occasionally a light spot of pegging. Because sexuality is a spectrum that men are forbidden to explore, and ignorance leads to fear, and fear leads to hate. If you pathologize it into a soup with capitalism for carrots and patriarchy for potatoes, so my guy, listen, lie down, relax, stretch your hole out a bit. You know, just enough so we can pull that stick that's been out of your ass for so long, blaming women for all of your issues because you were dropped at a head start, then overlap them, then hurt your own feelings, convincing yourself they're keeping pace. Now, I'm not saying that self-proclaimed alpha males ought to get pegged more in order to thwart misogyny, but it could help kickstart the healing process. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this next one, because I still have this. This piece is for everyone who doesn't like their job, doesn't like the commute, doesn't like their managers. Oh yeah, we're doing it now. You better join in. You better join in. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm fucking talking about, man. This piece is called Shit on Company Time. Cause I said shit on company time. Shoot a Leviathan-sized deuce on your boss's dime. Do not let your labor hours become the property of those in power, because our bodies are ours. Shit in the middle of a Microsoft Teams meeting with your webcam on. Make eye contact with your manager as you strain and veins pop out of your forehead, because you do not owe your employer 1 second more than what they underpay you for. I said shit time. Take a newspaper with you. Read from the front page to the sports section. Take your time. Follow through. I want you stealing copies of The Sun and the Daily Mail, because Rupert Murdoch does not deserve your money. Yeah. Afterwards, I want you to wipe your ass with it. Flush it. Plug up the U-bend. Flood that open plan prison. Make your boss waste his quarterly profits hiring plumbers and buying mops, because I said shit on company time. Eat asparagus and make it stink. Drink a bottle of lube so it can leave you a little easier. Do not fall prey to those who say that every protest must incur pain. Shit while thinking about your boss's retirement fund. Shit while thinking about his kids going to private school. Shit while thinking about the pizza in the break room that called itself pandemic hazard pay. Shit while thinking about the empty thank yous and extra work that called itself a promotion and a raise. Cause I said shit on company time. Shit hard and shit slow. Shit like the best years of your life depend on it. Yeah. If you want to. Alright, so this next one I'm gonna do is I left the pillow at home. This next piece I'm gonna do is about the very existential dread that we all get of how do we win in this fight against fascism, what will we build in its wake? And this is my piece of that. It's called How to Kill a Fascist.
Not ironic.
History dictates it will kill itself, inevitably. Its love for power is the Ouroboros. The sword by which it lives will be the one it must eventually fall upon, and although gravity is weak, like death, it comes for us all. So I asked Google one day, how do I build community? After I killed every fascist and hung them by the entrails of every banker, and Google thought that I meant for my brand. Talked about engagement synergy strategies to maximize social impact, an imprint for future sons to follow as I mark my name into the annals of history. But I looked around seeing only the dregs of what our grandparents built but never taught us. Only showed and hoped we would see and copy like the oral tradition. Lost to the written word, gate-kept by a fascist foundation masquerading as whatever new flavor parties pick whenever political winds change. Because how do you build from dead blueprints? When high-rises replace the swept-away rubble and ruins of the spaces our people could survive pogroms, protecting themselves, protecting one another, only for today's billionaires to lecture us saying, don't stab one another over postcodes your mothers are only renting. And they even poison the water for good measure with raw sewage. But the fascists that control our land and our lives have sealed their fate. Because nothing is left for the Elon Musks and Mark Zuckerbergs of our lives except generations of incest in underground bunkers. And the real reason big protests never work is because decentralized is always best. Everyone, everywhere, all at once. So let us protect one another. To guard the door from bailiffs coming for our neighbors. To rent strike even when we can afford the expense just to keep one more family from going homeless this year. Gate crash the runway of a deportation flight to Rwanda with the Benny Hill theme tune playing at 100 decibels as we amplify every voice across spectrum and diaspora because none of this land is ours, they so love to say. So if we want to build community in the dead fascists' wake, this land we will take. I was a bit lost with the boogie at the start of my set, but I like to start every set that I do by saying Free Palestine, Free Sudan, Free Congo, Free Myanmar, and Free Indonesia. This piece is about that. It's called Boycott, Divest, Sanction, Break, Destroy, Smash. Shoplift from your local Starbucks. Share union propaganda with underpaid staff subject to wage theft to cover lost and broken and stolen stock. Steal Coca-Cola from the corner shop. Crack open the cans at every supermarket, leave them there to get sticky. Let the staff throw them away and complain until they finally strike. Purchase a Powerade with cash. Remember, some things in life are best left untraceable. Walk into a PC world and pour those electrolytes over every HP laptop and take a deep breath. Remember the old adage of no ethical consumption under capitalism before you substitute Google for a kosher. Running away from security in Pumas you pinched from Foot Locker. Commit insurance fraud with AXA PPP as you cover every camera of an Amazon warehouse with spray paint. Only use green, red, white, and black so they know why they're a target. Flood every floor of Elbit offices and soak their carpets with stale water. Close the doors and the windows and let the air do the rest. Black mold may be good, but pink is always better. Trash your Airbnb and Booking.com hotel room. Treat it like you're Keith Moon in a foul mood. Think of the empty homes, all those reduced to rubble without any care for feet too slow to evacuate in minutes, buried in stasis. An ethnic cleansing supply chain is a trust fund baby, expensive to maintain and sensitive to sudden change. So don't you dare underestimate what a little good old-fashioned punk rock style rebellion can do. Woo! Okay, this next one that I'm going to do is, this one is for my mom. This one isn't funny, but it does help me sleep at night. It's called 838. It is 8:38 a.m. on a Tuesday in 2003. A black woman drives her kids to school. She is a multitasking mother. Raised to remember the oral traditions of old, she does not need a list to organize and compartmentalize her life. Baby Mariam spits out her pacifier for the third time this morning. Mama leans to her left, picks it up, sucks and spits out the dirt and returns it to baby's wailing mouth, ready for the game to start again. Only this time it doesn't. Flashing blue lights freeze her in her tracks. Of all the days she could have forgotten her license at home, it had to be this one. Her life flashes before her eyes. Headlines, chalk lines, children crying, spin doctors on GMTV offering diagnoses on why she deserved to die because she refused to comply. You see, the difference between a beat cop and a detective is a question of cognitive dissonance. They saw the child car seat, the accumulated crumbs and hair-coated sweets, an open and shut case on the subject of ownership. But the three-pointed star of Mum's Mercedes, coupled with the color of its owner, made them suspect otherwise. Because you can drag your family out of poverty, working 50-hour weeks for 15 years and still find yourself handcuffed. Apologizing for crimes you could never commit, begging to be let go because any longer and who knows what your kids could see, and thanking the men who did this to you for letting you leave their sight still breathing. Ever since that day, that morning, Mum has always tried to be the perfect image of stoic pride, laughing it off as one of the many random situations a person can get caught in. After all, how would you treat the day you thought your kids could become orphans? All right, I am going to now start doing fun, silly poems now. This next one is cool. Yeah, this next one,
Is it a fruit orgy you want?
Later, sweetie. That's the showstopper. I'm gonna do a two-parter. I'm gonna do that one second. So this first one that I am going to do is both my response to the epidemic of male loneliness, as well as something I wrote from during the pandemic, just because I thought it was funny. And it's called "Have You Ever Been So Lonely?" If you feel it a little too deeply, just come give me a hug and it's okay. Have you ever been so lonely you followed advice given by Cosmopolitan magazine? Have you ever been so lonely you intentionally grew acne just to have an excuse for why nobody wanted to date you? Have you ever stroked your shoulder when someone bumped into you because any human contact would do? Have you ever chosen to wear a shirt that was a size too small because the constriction of cotton could trick you into thinking you're getting a cuddle? Have you ever been so lonely that you... Have you ever been so lonely that you called your co-workers family even though you're self-employed and work independently? Have you ever been so lonely you committed crimes in broad daylight just so you could feel wanted?
GTA boss.
Have you ever been so lonely you committed crimes in broad daylight just so you could feel wanted? Have you ever been so lonely you whispered, I love you, while watching porn? Have you ever been so lonely you thought, maybe I should just stick my genitals in coffee just to feel some warmth? Have you ever been sat on a bus that terminated way too early because the driver didn't want to risk anyone sitting next to you in case your loneliness was contagious? And have you ever smoked a joint with someone who licks their lips a little too much because a wet roach end is the closest you could get to a kiss? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's it. Oh, damn. No one's clapping. Everyone just felt that. Everyone just felt that. Damn. Ooh. Oh, damn. I remember doing that at one gig, and like the host like almost throttled me because it was a bit too soon for him. So yeah, this next one is about the opposite of loneliness. It is a love poem, and it is called The Orgy.
This is great.
Yeah, I don't need this. My girlfriend loves me in more than a million ways. So imagine my surprise when it came to my birthday and she told me there was another present up her sleeve. So she led me to the bedroom for the gift I was to receive, and opening the door, I saw a sight I could scarcely believe. There were 5 Harley Quinn cosplayers, 4 Idris Elba impersonators, 3 anonymous masturbators just to add to the ambiance, 2 nude paramedics so we would not need an ambulance, and all that remained was her and me. She had organized an orgy, the good kind of clusterfuck. She even cooked up a buffet table, and I couldn't believe my luck. So I disrobed and licked my lips because I was in the mood, that is, for food. So I started on the deviled eggs, and then I moved on to the canapes, which upset some of our guests, but what can I say? There was a smorgasbord of food, and it was free. I'll admit I kissed the panini so passionately they thought I was batshit crazy, but I don't understand why they felt so confused and flummoxed. The best way to my heart has always been through my stomach. Did they get upset because I romanced a pizza slice, or because I went balls deep in some jollof rice? For you see... Did they get upset because I romanced a pizza slice, or because I went balls deep in some jollof rice? For you see, I really do love food. With me, it's a slippery slope. All fun and games till someone fucks a cantaloupe. But I did try returning to the orgy after I ate. But what happened was a fate that I would not wish on war criminals or Taylor Swift. The room was a desert and I was a fish. Empty, dry, and barren with me all alone, save for a desecrated buffet table with all of its contents thoroughly boned. Shit, did they leave because they felt ignored? Because food is as good, if not better, than sex? Was I unappreciative to their wants and needs? Did my privilege go unchecked? Was it because we have differing ideas of fun? Or because I turned a jam donut into a glazed one? I simply love food too much for my own good. It makes my soul dance and my heart sing, but it's because of behavior like this why we just cannot have nice things. My passion for food overrides my body from the hairs of my skin to my very, very core. Small wonder I don't get any invites to tea parties with cakes and scones anymore. But I suppose in the end I should just learn some self-control. Otherwise, one day my fixation with food will swallow me whole. Do I have time for one more? Yeah. All right, sick. All right, so this next so fuck it.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
So this next piece.
Squatting on comfort.
Squats.
Fuck it. So yeah, this next piece I wrote it in response to a young man on Twitter who felt...
There you go.
I wrote this in response to a young man on Twitter who basically was enforcing a negative stereotype, and I wanted to just nip that shit in the bud. Fuck it. No, sorry. So yeah, this piece is called Boy Math. The Venn diagram of men who proudly proclaim the names of women who don't like them that they would never sleep with. The boys too afraid to talk to a woman in public without a street interview, mic and camera as backup. And the men with dirty microwaves who refuse to wipe their piss from the toilet seat is a circle. Thank you.